Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. It's great to have you with us, as always. Sean Hennessy here with you, broadcasting to you live from beautiful Clovis North High School in Clovis, California, where this afternoon we've got a special matchup in store for you. It is the 2013 Central Section Division I Boys Baseball Final. It will feature the number 4 seed, Stockdale Mustangs, taking on the 2 seed, Clovis North Broncos. The Broncos out on the field right now, taking their warm-up, so let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup for the Stockdale Mustangs. Batting leadoff, number 2, playing center field, Josh Stone. Batting in the 2 spot, number 3, playing shortstop, Max Carter. Batting in the 3-hole, playing first base, number 42, Zach Tanner. Batting in the cleanup position, number 30, Jamie Carroll. He'll be pitching this afternoon. Batting 5th, number 27, Junior Felix, playing catcher. Batting 6th, Kevin Lee, number 14, playing third base. Batting 7th, number 22, J.C. Coles, designated hitter. Batting 8th, Drew Allen, number 25, playing second base. And batting 9th, number 15, Nick Park, playing right field. On the mound is Jack Lebowski, and here's the first pitch of the game. Misses outside for ball 1. Lebowski with a downright impressive 0.48 earned run average on the season. 10 wins, no losses. The right-hander will get the call on the hump this afternoon. Here comes the 1-0, and that one misses low. 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Josh Stone. Stone, right-handed hitter, crowding the plate ever so slightly with that right foot, strokes it deep to left field, and this will be Conley on the move, and he runs out of track. It's just a long foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Josh Stone. Defensive alignment this afternoon for Clovis North. Left field, Kyle Conley. Center field, Daniel Gardner. Playing right field, Kobe Cummings. Third baseman, Rick Hancock. Shortstop will be Christian Rossi. Second base, C.J. Taggett. First base, Robert McElhatton. As that ball is fouled off, the count rolls to 2-2. And playing behind the plate, Braden Frankfurt. Temperature hovering just below 80 degrees here on the West Coast. The 2-2. Breaking ball just misses outside. Count rolls full, 3-2. So full count to Stone as Lebowski takes it off the foot. It bounces toward the first base side. Fair ball, and that'll be a base hit for Stone. Lebowski had about a half a second to react. A sharp line drive back to the pitcher's mound. And that'll be a line drive base hit for Josh Stone. Stone was hustling the whole way. Didn't even look back as the ball rolled past the first baseline in foul territory. So now Stone on first brings up the number 2 hitter, Max Carter. Carter already squaring away to bunt. Long pause for Lebowski as he throws over to first base. Will check down Josh Stone. So Lebowski worked early on, the first batter of this ball game, Josh Stone. Able to work that count full. Fouled off a decent pitch toward the left side. Drilled one right back to Lebowski. Second throw over, safe back to the bases, Stone. But Stone able to get the first hit in this ball game as he stands on first. Takes about 2 or 3 strides off. Decent size lead. Jack Lebowski, right-hander, fires and delivers. Throw back over to first. Stone back in time. And that pitch was in there for strike 1. Carter stares down towards his left side at the third base coach to get the play call. Just a few moments ago, he squared up right away to bunt. So we'll see if he does so right here. Stone extends that lead. Another throw down to first. And catcher Frankfurt trying to catch Stone off guard. That one was a one-hopper to first baseman McElhatton. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to the number 2 hitter, Max Carter, as he stares down Lebowski. Next pitch, breaking ball. It goes once again off Lebowski. It's a base hit. Both runners are safe. Lebowski can't reel it in, but this time it goes off his glove. So Stone advances to second. Carter will go to first. That's a base hit, so back-to-back hits for the Mustangs. And to say this is uncommon is an understatement, with Lebowski rocking that 0.48 earned run average. Perfect 10-0 on the year. No outs, top of the first. Breaking ball outside, hits the corner of the plate for strike one. Number 3 hitter Zach Tanner, first baseman, up at the plate, right-handed batter. No balls, 1 strike. Stone on second, Carter on first. And Tanner takes a hack at that one and fouls it straight back. Count rolls quickly to 0-2. Tanner paying homage to the great late Jackie Robinson, wearing the number 42 on his jersey. Big player, well over 6 feet tall, over 200 pounds. He'll have his work cut out for him here early. No balls, 2 strikes. Lebowski with the long stare in, checks back to second, sets at the chest. Now he fires. And that one just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you see Tanner checking down to the third base coach once again. Wind starting to pick up here at Clovis North High School. No outs. Breaking ball once again, and this one hit a mile in the air. Second baseman Taggett closing in, and he'll take it in for out number 1. So Tanner flies out. Stone remains at second. Carter on first. 1 gone here in the top of the first inning. And here comes the pitcher, Jamie Carroll, right-handed batter, hitting cleanup this afternoon with an RBI opportunity. 1 gone. Infield playing at medium depth. As you see Lebowski check back towards second, keeping his eye on the speedster, Josh Stone. Shortstop Rossi closes over, now he backs off. And that pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Carroll. Carroll keeps those hands way above his ears as he watches that one in there for a strike. Count rolls to 1-1, but he keeps that bat right behind the ears, which allows him, for any hitter, when you have your hands that elevated, to almost swing down at the pitch, which it makes him more likely to go for a base knock. And sure enough, the broadcaster jinx kicks in, and he towers this one to center field. Under it is Gardner, and he takes it in for out number 2. So 2 gone now here in the top of the first inning. Stone remains at second, Carter at first, and the number 5 hitter, Junior Felix, the catcher, right-handed hitter, makes his first plate appearance. Felix backing way up in that batter's box. Lebowski long stare at second. Fouled straight back into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. Jack Lebowski, a junior at 6'2", fires again and hits the outside corner with the breaking ball. No balls, 2 strikes to Felix. Easily 2 of the better teams in the state of California. The Max Preps rankings have Stockdale hovering at number 49 for Clovis North, 18 in the state, as that one misses low for ball 1. 2 of the better high school baseball programs in the state of California that you are witnessing here this afternoon on Play On Sports, your destination for high school sports. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Number 5 hitter, Junior Felix, the pitch. And that one's fouled directly behind us and off a parking vehicle. I say a parking vehicle because there was a Tundra that was in full stride behind us on the road path, and it just missed a collision course with the baseball. 1-2. Lebowski going for that outside corner, and Felix just staying alive, fouling off another. We were told by the Clovis North administration to watch out because we are in prime foul ball territory. Our broadcast booth elevated directly behind home plate, above the press box. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swung on to shortstop Rossi, and he makes the force at second base. 2 hits, 2 runners left on, no walks, no runs scored. As we make our way to the bottom of the first inning, we'll see Rossi, Tagger, and Cummings when we come back on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here this afternoon? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Once again, that's playonsports.com/SBP. Sean Hennessy here with you, folks, as we broadcast to you from Clovis North High School. No score as we make our way to the bottom of the first inning. Let's give you the defensive players for the Stockdale Mustangs. On the mound will be Jamie Carroll. Playing catcher is Junior Felix. Left fielder is Tyler Owens. Center fielder Josh Stone. Playing right field, Nick Park. Over at the hot corner, third base, Kevin Lee. Shortstop, Max Carter. Second base, Drew Allen. First base, Zach Tanner. Getting back to Carroll, a 1.40 earned run average, 4 wins, 1 loss to his ledger. He'll get the call here this afternoon to try to capture that Central Section D1 baseball championship. Carroll, a junior at 5'10", 170 pounds, smaller than his pitching opponent, Jack Lebowski, at 6'2". But Carroll, with an equally impressive 1.40 earned run average, is the likely candidate to get the start here this afternoon. So batting first, number 6 playing shortstop, Christian Rossi. He will be the first Bronco to take his hacks here this afternoon. The 2 seed, Clovis North Broncos, with an overall record of 26-6, facing the Stockdale Mustangs at 21-10. Carroll fires it in there for strike 1. So strike 1 to leadoff hitter Christian Rossi. On deck is CJ Taggett, and batting in the 3 spot is Kobe Cummings. That ball has some slide action on it, low in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to leadoff hitter Rossi. Carroll gets him with the breaking ball for strike 2. Had some movement. Carroll showing some real nice pitches early on in the breaking ball category as he brings this count to 1-2. The windup and the delivery. Swung on and hacked deep towards right field. And this will be Sanner, who takes it in easily for out number 1. Correction, Nick Park, the right fielder, taking it in for out number 1. So 1 gone, bottom of the first inning. CJ Taggett at the dish, right-handed batter. Carroll working nicely so far as Taggett fouls that off towards the first base side. No balls, 1 strike to the number 2 hitter. Taggett playing second base this afternoon for the Clovis North Broncos. Gives us a moment to give you our umpires for this afternoon. Playing behind home plate, our chief umpire, Don Wagner, Randy Scott, Randy Mayab, and Al Vieira are your umpires out in the outfield. As Taggett lays down a bunt, Carroll quickly acts to it and throws over to first for out number 2. 2 gone rather quickly for starting pitcher Jamie Carroll, working nicely here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 gone, and that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Kobe Cummings, right fielder, number 24. Cummings at 6'3", 225 pounds, as that pitch misses way outside for ball one. Cummings takes a big whack at that one and fouls it directly over towards the Stockdale dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike to the number 3 hitter. Carroll with a long stare down to his catcher, Junior Felix. And that one just misses the plate. You could hear the Stockdale faithful groan. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 gone, bottom of the first. On deck, the pitcher, Jack Lebowski. Here comes the 1-2. Swung back straight up the middle for a base hit. So Kobe Cummings picks up the first hit of the ball game for the Broncos. That'll bring up Jack Lebowski. Head coach Chris Patrick refers to him, no doubt about it, as the dude, in homage to the great film The Big Lebowski. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. So Cummings on first base. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. No score at Clovis North High School. Jamie Carroll on the mound, and he checks Cummings back over at first. Carroll rocking the stirrup socks on the hump here this afternoon. And he throws that one in there as it misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Lebowski way back in that batter's box. Cummings not known for his stolen base ability. As Lebowski watches that in there. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. As our chief umpire, Don Wagner, signals back towards the press box. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lebowski strokes it deep, left field. It's got some carry to it. It's going to fall just foul. Straddling the left field line, it goes foul by about 3 feet. If that would have hit in fair territory, easily a double, as left fielder Tyler Owens was closing in. Owens would have had no chance at catching it. That'll bring the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jack Lebowski. 2 outs, Cummings on first. Here's the pitch from Carroll. Another 1 stroke towards left field, and that one falls well into fair territory. Bobbled by Owens, late throw into third, and Cummings is in safely. The bobble by Owens allows Cummings to advance to third base on the headfirst slide. And that's a base hit for the pitcher, Jack Lebowski. Tyler Owens bobbled it. The ball directly in front of him as he tried to field it and throw it into his cutoff man. And that allowed Cummings to round second at a full head of steam. Slid head first into third base. So now Cummings on third, Lebowski on first. Runners on the corners, 2 gone, bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring the catcher, Braden Frankfurt, to the plate. Left-handed hitter, standing way back in that batter's box. Carroll sets and delivers. Low for ball 1. Carroll giving up 2 hits this half inning, similar to his adversary, Jack Lebowski, who also gave up 2 hits a few moments ago. This one hit deep towards center. Josh Stone closing in. He signals for it, and he has it for the 3rd out. Similar to the Broncos, or the Mustangs, I should say, as the Broncos leave 2 runners on. 2 hits, no walks, no runs scored. we'll make our way to the top of the second inning. And when we come back, it'll be Felix, Lee, and Coles here on PlayOnSports.com. Welcome back to Clovis North High School here in beautiful Clovis, California. Temperature around 77 degrees now as the wind picks up here in the Central Valley. You're tuning in to the 2013 Central Section D1 Baseball Championship game between the number 4 seed Stockdale Mustangs and the number 2 seed Clovis North Broncos. Lebowski back on the mound, and he fires that one in there as it's fouled off by the first hitter here in the top of the second inning. The number 5 hitter, Junior Felix. And correction, this is Kevin Lee, the third baseman, Lee, who fouled that one off, and he watches that one in there for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kevin. It'll be Lee, Coles, and Allen here in the top of the second inning. Lebowski looking for the inside edge. Misses badly right there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lee, a .295 hitter, 19 RBIs on the season. Right-handed hitter stands in there and watches that one missing high and outside. It's now 3-1. Infield playing deep, especially second baseman C.J. Taggett, almost at the grass edge. This one played towards the shortstop, Rossi. Quick throw to first, got him. So Rossi with a strong throw to first base gets Lee for out number 1. That'll bring up the designated hitter, J.C. Coles. Coles, a senior, batting .258 on the year. Stands close to the inside chalk of that right-handed batter's box, and he flies this deep to center field. Gardner under it for out number 2. Lebowski working rather quickly now here in the top of the second inning. No score between the Mustangs and the Broncos. Lebowski gave up 2 hits back in that first inning, as did Carroll. Now we see Drew Allen, the second baseman, number 8 hitter, with 2 gone. Swinging at the first pitch, foul down the third base line for strike 1. The junior Drew Allen, 26 base hits on the year, batting a rather impressive .321. A chance for him to get on base. He'll have some work cut out for him with 2 gone as that pitch misses for a ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clovis North faithful groaning a little bit on that last pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. If you're just learning about Lebowski, well, 10-0, that pretty much says it all, with a 0.48 earned run average as Allen swings for outer space and misses, brings the count even 2-2. Lebowski keeps that glove at eye level. This one fouled towards the first base side as McElhatton goes diving to his left. Nearly had that one, missed his glove by just a few inches. As Drew Allen stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, top of the 2nd inning. Breaking ball. That misses I don't know where. The crowd furious. No strike 3 call from our home plate umpire, Don Wagner. The 3-2 pops shortly over towards the foul territory, and that's the pitcher Lebowski running in and taking it for the final out. No hits, no walks, no runs. As we move to the bottom of the 2nd inning, it'll be Fugman, Gardner, and McElhatton when we come back. Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. It's the last event of the year here in the Central section, but you can relive all the great games we covered in 2012 and 2013 season by going to our on-demand page. Catch all the great highlights from this high school sports season right here on your destination for high school sports in the Central section, playonsports.com. Sean Hennessy here with you, providing the play-by-play action this afternoon as we make our way to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score between the Mustangs and the Broncos. And batting first here in the bottom of the 2nd inning will be our designated hitter, number 5, Connor Fugman. It'll be Fugman, Gardner, and McElhatton here this inning. But just quickly to run down the starting batting order, as the first pitch from Carroll is fouled off for strike 1. It'll be Rossi batting leadoff, Taggett batting second, Cummings in the number 3 spot, Lebowski cleanup hitter, Frankfurt catcher batting number 5, Fugman at the plate right now, Gardner batting 7th, McElhatton 8, and Conley batting in the 9 spot. No balls, 1 strike to Fugman. And Carroll appeared to fall off the mound that time as he misses badly outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fugman, 365 hitter, right-handed batter at the plate. And that one hits the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fugman, the designated hitter for the Broncos, waving that bat around. Watches it hit the inside corner for strike 3. So Fugman caught looking for the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That'll bring Daniel Gardner to the plate, center fielder, number 15. Gardner, yet another impressive hitter for Clovis North, batting .351 on the season. 19 RBIs on the ledger. That pitch goes high for ball 1. Gardner in that lefty box strokes this one towards the first base side. And that's Zanner. Zach Tanner on the call, making the easy out at first base. So 2 gone rather quickly once again here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So now we see the Number 8 hitter, Robert McElhatton, first baseman, at the dish with 2 gone. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Jamie Carroll on the mound for Stockdale. This one chopped deep towards the first base side and over the head of Kevin Lee. Lee tried to stretch out that right arm and grab it bare hand, but unable to do so, as McElhatton will get on with the base hit. So with 2 outs, bottom of the second inning, McElhatton at first base. Number 9 hitter, Kyle Conley, left fielder, left-handed batter at the plate. 2 outs. That last hit was the 3rd hit against our starting pitcher for Stockdale, Jamie Carroll. But most importantly, Carroll has not given up any runs so far as he checks the runner back to first. McElhatton with a head first slide. Getting a little dirty. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Carroll, delivery. And Conley protecting the plate, fouls that off to his left. No balls, 2 strikes. Carroll lines up on that left side of the pitcher's mound. If you notice, he doesn't ride the middle portion of it. He uses the left side of that mound. Here's the 0-2. And that one misses outside. Mustang fans wondering where that one missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carroll actually started to walk off the mound, heading toward the Mustang dugout. Instead, he'll do it again. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled away towards left field. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Conley, 273 hitter with 1 ball and 2 strikes on him. He swings, hits it deep towards left field. That's Owens, and he takes it for out number 3. So quick inning, quick work done by Jamie Carroll. 1 hit, 1 runner left on, no walks, no runs, no score after 2 as we make our way to the top of the 3rd inning here on Play On Sports, your destination for high school sports. Mustangs at the plate to start the top of the 3rd inning. No score at Clovis North High School. This will be the number 9 hitter, right fielder Nick Park, getting his first at bat, as Lebowski hits the outside edge for strike 1. The dude on the mound working nicely, giving up 2 hits in the first inning. Park grounds over to 3rd. High hop. Hancock fires to first in time for out number 1. That'll bring us back over to the top of the order. Josh Stone, who had that base hit in the first inning, 1 for 1. Right-handed hitter, steps back up into the plate. Lebowski with the long wind, breaking ball outside for ball 1. The senior, Josh Stone, swings towards right field. Cummings under it and takes it for out number 2. This game is just flying by here at Clovis North High School. Mustangs at the plate with 2 gone, and that'll bring the number 2 hitter, shortstop Max Carter, to the plate. And he also had that base hit back in the top of the first inning. 1 for 1 is Carter, as Lebowski brings that one in there for a strike. Carter late on the bunt attempt. The dude pitching nicely here with 2 gone. Top of the 3rd inning, no score. The 0-1. Gets him swinging with the breaking ball. Nasty stuff. No balls, 2 strikes to Max Carter. Carter just trying to extend this inning a little bit longer. Lebowski misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Interesting to note that Lebowski also favors the left side of that pitcher's mound. Carter swings and pops this over towards the shortstop, Rossi, who takes it easily for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Lebowski. And when we come back, it'll be the top of the order for the Broncos. Rossi, Taggett, and Cummings here on Play On Sports. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here this afternoon? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Once again, that's playonsports.com/SBP. Broncos at the plate. They're going to have the top of the order, Christian Rossi, C.J. Taggett, and Kobe Cummings to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score. Pitcher's duel between Carroll and Lebowski as Carroll takes his mid-inning warm-ups. Carroll giving up 3 hits so far in this ballgame. Lebowski giving up just 2. The winds here at Clovis North High School pacing steadily, blowing from home plate out to center field, getting a good look at the American flag out in center field. You can see that it's blowing directly out towards center, which will favor the hitters. Rossi watches the first pitch for ball 1. Bottom of the 3rd, no score between the 4 seed Stockdale Mustangs and the 2 seed Clovis North Broncos. Second pitch, and that one tattooed down the left field line. Rossi looking 2, he's going to go 2. Hits the first base bag, and he's Oscar Mike at second. On the move with a head-first slide. That'll be a double for Rossi. So Rossi, who flew out back in the 1st inning, head-first slide into second with the double. No outs. RBI opportunity for the number 2 hitter, C.J. Taggett, who is 0 for 1. Rossi on second. Midfielders are not covering as Carroll fakes the throw to second. Carter, the shortstop, Allen, the second baseman, playing well off second base. Actually giving Rossi plenty of room. Rossi batting leadoff for a reason. The kid's got some speed as Carroll shoots for that outside edge and misses. Ball 1. And for a moment, Taggett squared up to bunt. And why not? The score is 0-0. If Taggett can lay down a good one, it'll put Rossi over to third with no outs. And at that point, you're talking about a sacrifice opportunity. Here's the 1-0. And it pegs Taggett right in the back. Taggett grimaced for a moment as he took that shot right off the spinal cord, and he heads over to first base. So now runners on second and first. Rossi on second, Taggett on first, no outs, and that'll bring the big number 3 hitter, Kobe Cummings, to the plate. 1-for-1, had that base hit back in the first inning, and that'll bring a mound visit from head coach Dan Lemon. He'll talk it over with his infield. Lemon leading this squad to a 21-10 overall record. 22 years as the head coach for the Stockdale Mustangs. 30 years of overall experience with Stockdale. He is a full-time PE teacher. And right now, he's going over the defensive strategy with his infielders. Outfielders remain on the grass, but there are no outs. Runners on second, runners on first, and a big RBI opportunity for Kobe Cummings. Cummings, a .333 hitter, 14 RBIs on the season, and he's got a great opportunity here to add number 15 to his RBI stats. Rossi on second, Taggett on first. Carroll with a long look to his catcher, Felix, as Cummings steps out for a moment. Outfielders playing rather deep. Here's the first pitch, and Cummings way out front of that one. He manages to foul it off, but would have been easily called the ball for strike one. No balls, one strike. Carroll falls back off the mound, fakes the throw as the second baseman, Drew Allen, came over to cover second base. Rossi on second, Taggett on first. No outs. Cummings swings and sends it a mile into right field. Second baseman Allen coming over, and it tips off his glove. It tips off his glove, and that'll go down as an error. Allen came running over. Nick Park was in the vicinity. But that did not help the pitcher, Jamie Carroll. You almost have to wonder if Park should have been running in with more enthusiasm right there, waving off his second baseman. It was a tough play for Allen to make. And so now we have the bases loaded with no outs. And Lebowski strokes it way back off the fence. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Here comes the third. Cummings, play at the plate, safe. That'll go down as a 3 RBI triple for Jack Lebowski. And I stand corrected, that'll be a 2 RBI triple for Lebowski. So that's a 2 RBI triple for Lebowski as Frankfurt steps up to the plate, swings and misses for strike one. Damage done here in the bottom of the third inning as the Broncos strike first blood. They now lead 2-0 with the number 5 hitter, Braden Frankfurt, the catcher at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. He's 0 for 1, flew out back in the first. And he chops that one towards the first base side. Quickly 0-2. So we want to make sure we get that to you accurately. The score is 2-0. It was a 2 RBI triple for Jack Lebowski. Because of the air, it really helped out Stockdale, if you think about it, because the runner that was rounding third, Rossi, actually had to hold up because he wasn't sure if Allen was going to catch it. Instead, this game potentially could be 3-0. No balls, 2 strikes. Carroll fires, misses outside for ball 1. Frankfurt taking his time. Frankfurt, a .303 hitter. 9 RBIs on the year. He swings and laces that one sharply towards the right field foul zone. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lebowski on third. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. If Frankfurt can just get some air under it, it'll be a sacrifice try. Instead, he chops it to first. It goes off the glove of Tanner. And Lebowski scores easily. And we will not credit Tanner with an error right there. He jumped as high as he could as the ball just tips off the upper portion of his first glove, or first baseman's mitt. And Frankfurt will get credit with the RBI single. It is now 3-0 in favor of Clovis North. With 1 out, Carroll checks back over to first. And this will bring up the designated hitter, Connor Fugman, who struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. Fugman, sharp hit ball to center field, Stone under it, and he's going to throw for the possible double play try back to first. Frankfurt easily in there. So Stone corrals that ball for out number 2. 2 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. This is Daniel Gardner. Gardner popping up shallow over towards the 3rd baseman, Lee. Lee calling for it and takes it for the final out. So Fugman and Gardner fly out to end the inning, but the damage has been done. 3 runs cross the plate. Carroll giving up a total of 6 hits thus far as we make our way to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Tanner, Carroll, and Felix when we come back. Stockdale Mustangs up at the plate to start the top of the fourth inning. They trail 3-0. The Broncos breaking it open in the previous half inning as 3 runs crossed the plate. Carroll charged with all 3, and this will be Zach Tanner at the plate. Curveball misses inside for ball 1. Tanner flew out back in the first inning, 0 for 1. Lebowski with that long set glove at eye level. Brings it in there. This one stroked towards the shortstop. Rossi fires to first. Out number 1. Quick recap of that inning as we had a chance to talk during the break. There was actually a force made at second base as the outfielder threw it in. And that's what caused one of the outs. And I quickly accelerated to say that 3 runs scored, but that's why only 2 runs crossed the plate. And then a moment later, it was Frankfurt who got credit for the RBI single for the Broncos. And that's where we stand, 3-0 Clovis North. Lebowski misses again on the first pitch to the new batter, Jamie Carroll, for ball 1. Pitcher versus pitcher right now. Big swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lebowski, some more breaking action. That one touches the paint for strike 2. Trying to get Carroll fishing on the outside edge. Two balls, 2 strikes. This one swung right back to Lebowski, who catches it 5-hole style. Unbelievable grab between the legs. My goodness, quick to respond. As soon as Lebowski released the ball, Carroll just stroked it right back at him, and Lebowski caught it right between the legs for out number 2. This one hit right back up the middle. Nice diving play by Rossi. Over to first. He got him. Back-to-back phenomenal defensive plays for the Broncos make it a quick 1-2-3 inning as Felix is thrown out at first by the great diving play by Christian Rossi. We make our way to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be McElhatton, Conley, and Rossi here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. I'm Sean Hennessy, folks, broadcasting to you from Clovis North High School. Clovis North and their pitcher, Jack Lebowski, going 1-2-3 in that last half inning. As we now make our way to the bottom of the 4th, it will be the number 8 hitter, Robert McElhatton, the number 9 hitter, Kyle Conley, and then we work our way back to the top of the order, Christian Rossi. And the Broncos seeing the ball nicely, especially in that last inning. The 3rd inning was the breakout inning for the Broncos, where 3 runners crossed the plate. 2 errors on the afternoon against Stockdale. As McElhatton steps up to the batter's box. Carroll with the long windup and delivers. Stroked right back towards our broadcast booth, and will it hit a car? It looks like it just misses for strike 1. And I hate to say it like that, folks, but it's the truth. We are elevated right behind home plate as that second pitch hits the outside edge for strike 2. But the vehicles are parked directly behind us. I imagine those folks got plenty of insurance to park their vehicle there. Another pitch fouled off straight back. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th inning. McElhatton taking his cuts as he fouls off another towards the right field side. McElhatton 1 for 1. And the next pitch is low off the catcher, Junior Felix. For ball 1, 1-2 to the number 8 hitter. On deck, Kyle Conley. Conley flew out back in the 2nd inning, and then the number 3 hitter this evening will be Rossi, who had that big double back in the 3rd as that pitch misses to bring the count even, 2-2. Rossi 1 for 2. So no outs, bottom of the 4th. 2-2 pitch from Carroll. Sent straight back over towards the fans. And some lucky spectator's going to get a souvenir. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McElhatton having a great at-bat. Fouling off pitches left and right, really making starting pitcher Jamie Carroll work. Defends off another. And I tell you what, for a baseball facility at the high school level, Clovis North High School really knows how to get it done. This is one of the finer baseball stadiums that you will see throughout the entire state. Really has the atmosphere of a AAA ball club as McElhatton rips it deep. Foul yet again as it goes towards the foul zone in left field. But getting back to the facilities here at Clovis North High School, absolutely gorgeous baseball stadium. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carroll misses high for ball 3. So McElhatton working the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Working Carroll into double digits on this particular batter with the number of pitches thrown. The 3-2, and he pegs McElhatton as Robert will head to first base on a hit by pitch. And you almost have to wonder, with the amount of pitches that were thrown right there, if perhaps Carroll was a little bit frustrated at McElhatton for stroking off so many foul balls. He said, you know what the heck, why don't I just peg the guy, put him on first, and see if I can pull a double play out of it. We imagine that's not the case, but hey, you never know. So bottom of the 4th inning, McElhatton at first base, struck by the pitch. That'll go down as an HBP. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Kyle Conley, 0 for 1. Flew out back in the 2nd inning, left-handed hitter. No outs. Carroll on the mound, giving up 6 hits in this matchup. His defense committing 2 errors. And Conley squaring away to bunt and misses for strike 1. Conley, a junior at 6 feet, 200 pounds, squares up again. Throw over to first in time. So with Conley squaring up to bunt, it's really keeping the 3rd baseman, Kevin Lee, on his heels. Playing very shallow now as he's up on the grass. And he'll be charging right here. And that pitch misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the number 9 hitter, Conley. Keep your eye on Lee over at 3rd base. If Conley squares up, he will be charging, and he does. And Carroll was throwing inside the entire time. Exactly what a pitcher's supposed to do. Batter squares up to bunt. You want to throw inside, almost throw at his hands. It forces the batter to bring the bat head inside towards the body. It forces his body to almost move outside the box. And more than likely, he will either A, miss the pitch, or B, foul it off. As Conley sends it over to second for the force. And the throw to first, not in time. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice as Conley makes it safe to first. McElhatton thrown out at second. 1 gone. Top of the order, here in the bottom of the fourth now as Christian Rossi heads up. Had that big double back in the third inning. He's got Conley on first with one gone. First pitch to Rossi outside, ball one. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. No activity in the bullpen for Stockdale. Carroll giving up 6 hits, 3 runs. Walked a batter a moment ago, or I should say actually hit a batter a moment ago. That pitch misses outside for ball 2. He pegged McElhatton as Conley was able to reach first on a fielder's choice. 1 gone, 2 balls, no strikes. To the leadoff hitter, Rossi, who hits it towards the right fielder, Park. Park closing in. It'll be a gap shot. Conley delays and slides safely into second. So that'll go down as a base hit in the books, as it goes over the head of the first baseman, Zach Tanner, and falls in front of the right fielder, Nick Park. There's now runners on second and first. Conley on second, Rossi on first, 1 out. Number 2 hitter, C.J. Taggett at the plate. 0 for 1, hit by a pitch back in the third inning. He squares up to bunt, goes right back to Carroll. Carroll checks second and fires over to first for out number 2. So interesting play call right there by head coach Chris Patrick, opting to take the second out for runners on third and second. But you know what, if I was him, I don't blame him, because he's got his number 3 hitter, Kobe Cummings, the big man, coming up to the plate. He had a base hit back in the first inning and reached on an error in the third. 2 gone. And that pitch whizzes way high from Carroll and actually tips off the glove of the catcher, Felix, who just nonchalantly looked back for the ball. Carroll came storming into home plate. The runner on third did not advance. Conley on third. Rossi on second. 2 gone. Cummings watches that one, tips off Ruiz or Felix, and that'll be a pass ball as Conley scores. So a mistake by the catcher, Junior Felix, results in another run on the board for Clovis North. They now advance their lead to 4. It's 4-0 Broncos over the Mustangs, as Cummings just drills that one way towards the wall. Rossi scores easily, and Cummings is in with a stand-up double. And give him an RBI while you're at it. So an RBI double for Kobe Cummings. A laser to right center makes this a 5-0 ball game in favor of Clovis North. And Jamie Carroll puts his hands down on his knees and takes a long look down at the dirt. Obviously frustrated now, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs. And at the high school level, you don't actually have to physically throw in 4 balls for the intentional walk. The coaching staff, Dan Lemon, and the pitcher, Carroll, indicating intentional walk, so that means Lebowski scoots easily over to first. That'll bring Braden Frankfurt up to the plate. Left-handed hitter, had an RBI single back in the third. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So Cummings on second, Lebowski on first, 2 gone, bottom of the 4th inning. It's 5-0 Broncos. That pitch misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the number 5 hitter, Frankfurt. Catcher at the plate, the 1-1. Missing once again. Cummings will scoot to third, standing up. And Felix making another mistake at the catcher's position. At this point, just wishing this inning was over with. Gave up a pass ball where a run scored, and now gives up another ball that appeared to go off his legs or his catcher's mitt that rolled towards the Stockdale dugout, and Cummings moves easily over to third base. Cummings on third. Lebowski on first. Runners on the corners. 2 gone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Frankfurt watches it hit outside for ball 3. It's now 3-1. And Carroll noticeably frustrated now. Gets the call in from his catcher, Felix. Sets. Runner goes from first. Swing and a miss from Frankfurt. No throw down. It'll be a stolen base by Lebowski. So Lebowski moves to second. Cummings on third. 2 gone. 3-2 pitch. Misses outside. And Frankfurt gets the walk. Now the bases are loaded with 2 gone. And the designated hitter, Connor Fugman, coming up to the plate. So Carroll walks Lebowski and Frankfurt. He's in a real pickle now, trailing 5-0, bases juiced, 2 gone, and the DH Fugman up at the plate, really hugging that inside corner, and the home plate umpire, Dan Wagner, signals strike 1. Fugman was nearly beamed on that last pitch. Here comes pitch number 2, and Fugman rips it towards left field. Cummings will easily score. Lebowski rounds third, and he's in there. A 2 RBI single. So Frankfurt moves to second. Fugman gets credit with a 2 RBI single. And Clovis North now leads this baseball game 7-0. As Daniel Gardner heads up to the plate, there are 2 outs, and we are 1 hitter away from going around in the order. Robert McElhatton is on deck, and if you recall, he started off this half inning hacking off all sorts of pitches, working the count full, and he was eventually hit by the starting pitcher, Jamie Carroll. He stands on deck. But in the meantime, it's the center fielder, Daniel Gardner, at the plate. 0 for 2, grounded out back in the second and flew out in the third inning. And we're going to have a mound visit as Coach Lemon takes the slow trot over to the hump. And we'd like to remind you to stay tuned for the Play on Sports postgame show, where we will select our player of the game. That's coming up following the broadcast right here on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. And if you're head coach Dan Lemon, what do you do right here? 22 years of coaching experience over at Stockdale High School. He's talking to his ace, Jamie Carroll, who came into this matchup with a 1.40 earned run average, 4 wins, 1 loss. He's given up 7 runs, 9 hits through 3 2/3 inning. And right now, he will face the number 7 hitter, Daniel Gardner. Clovis North just a batter away from going around in the order. And Coach Lemon will opt to keep his hurler on the mound. So Carroll stays on the bump. First pitch to Gardner. Misses low, ball 1. So there's 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. 7-0 lead for the Broncos. Second pitch. Hits the outside edge for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Center fielder Daniel Gardner at the plate. Fugman on first, Frankfurt on second. And that one just misses the outside edge for ball 2. Fugman coming up with that 2 RBI single a few moments ago, giving his team that 7-run advantage. And that pitch misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Gardner. And Carroll 1 pitch away from loading the bases again. Check swing. No, he did not. And Gardner walks easily to first. So we've now batted around in the order. And coming up here is the number 8 hitter, Robert McElhatton, who was hit by a pitch maybe 10 to 15 minutes ago here in the 4th inning as he comes up for round 2. And head coach Dan Lemon will visit the pitcher's mound more than likely for the last time, as pitcher Jamie Carroll did all he could. He'll go 3 2/3, giving up 7 runs, 3 walks, hit a batter, struck out 1. And that'll give us an opportunity to take a look at our new pitcher who's coming into the ball game, number 20, Mitchell Mullen. So Mitchell Mullen will make his way towards the pitcher's mound. Lefty coming in. Junior at 6 feet, 155 pounds. Will take some warm-ups. Give us a moment to take a quick breather. When we come back, it'll be Mullen versus McElhatton as the Broncos look to bat around in the order. So new pitcher on the mound will be Mitchell Mullen, and he'll face the number 8 hitter, Robert McElhatton, who is batting around for the 2nd time in this half inning. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Mullen, left-handed pitcher, noticeably a little bit slower on the velocity than Carroll. He hugs the right side of that pitcher's mound. Second pitch and drills McElhatton. McElhatton now hit by a pitch for the 2nd time in this inning. Talk about a case of bad luck, but I guess if you're going to take the strut to first, why not? But my goodness, that guy's going to have some black and blue on the old backside when he wakes up tomorrow morning. So McElhatton playing a little Roger Dorn Major League status, taking one for the team twice in this half inning. Makes his way over to first base. Kyle Conley now at the plate, number 9 hitter. Takes ball 1. Conley reached on a fielder's choice earlier on in this half inning. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded. Mullen on the mound. Base hit towards the second baseman, Allen, and Allen bobbles it. He cannot control it as Fugman scores. That'll go down as an error. The third error for the Stockdale Mustangs. So that'll go down as an error, RBI. Fugman scores, bases remain loaded. Top of the order, Christian Rossi at the plate, committed on a baseball scholarship to Cal State Fullerton. The senior at 6'3", 215 pounds. 2 for 3 in this matchup. Had a base hit earlier on in this half inning. Remember, it's the second time around now. He sends a deep fly ball to center. Stone backs up a little bit. Now he's under it, and that'll be out number 3. The Broncos leave 3 runners on base, but it doesn't matter. They took care of business in this inning and brought 6 across the plate. 6 runs scored. They have a 9-0 advantage over the Stockdale Mustangs. When we come back, it'll be Lee, Coles, and Allen to start the 5th inning. Leading off the top of the 5th inning, third baseman Kevin Lee, right-handed hitter, steps into the box. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Jack Lebowski, a lot of breathing time in that previous inning. And there's a chopper straight up the middle, and Lee is on with a base hit. So perhaps Lebowski just really so stunned from that last half inning as his Broncos crossed the plate 6 times. We'll have to get used to throwing that ball once again. Gives up a base hit to Kevin Lee. So Lee on first, no outs, top of the 5th inning. Brings up J.C. Coles, the designated hitter. Coles 0 for 1. Popped out back in the 2nd inning. Lee with a medium-sized lead at first base. Lebowski checks him down, breaking ball. Beautiful pitch. Hits that outside edge. For strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes to Coles. Check back to first base. Lebowski nearly had Lee leaning. First baseman McElhatton made the tag down, but just missed him by a hair. Here's the 0-2. Deep stroke, left center field gap. Gardner on the move. He takes it on a 1-hop. Lee moves to third, and Coles will get a double. So Coles rips that one towards that left center field gap. Lee moves to third base. That'll go down as a double. Lee almost held up just a hair because the 2 outfielders, Conley and Gardner, were closing in, and then at the final moment the ball touched the grass. So no outs, runners on third and second, and this is Drew Allen at the plate, and he watches the first pitch for ball 1. Allen 0 for 1 in this afternoon's matchup. Flew out in the second inning. Here comes the 1-0 from Lebowski. And that one misses around chin level for the second ball. Catcher Braden Frankfurt heads out to the mound to talk to his star pitcher Lebowski. Jack Lebowski, junior at 6'2", 200 pounds. Boy, I can't wait to see this kid next year. If he's throwing the way he is right now, talk about a prodigy. All sorts of colleges will be looking at him, I guarantee it. As Allen watches that pitch for strike one. So 2 balls, 1 strike to the number 8 hitter, second baseman Drew Allen. Coles on second, Lee on third. Lebowski fires. Hits that outside corner, brings the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third baseman Hancock playing on the edge of the grass. Swinging and missing was Allen. Catcher Frankfurt throws down to first for out number 1. So that'll go down as a strikeout. Throw down to first. Number 9 hitter Nick Park up to the plate. Park grounded out back in the third inning, 0 for 1. He's got a chance to get that goose egg off the board for Stockdale. He's got Lee on third, Coles on second. Swings and rips it towards center. Stone directly under it, and Lee will tag easily. Coles moves to third, and there's the first run of the game for the Mustangs. So a nice sacrifice. Sacrifice RBI for Nick Park. Lee scores. Coles moves over to third base. 2 gone. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Josh Stone, who is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Had that base hit early on in the first inning, then flew out back in the third. Squares up to bunt and then checks the ball back, or checks the bat back, I should say. Doesn't matter. That ball hits the strike zone for strike 1. So J.C. Coles on third base. That pitch hits for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to leadoff hitter Josh Stone. Can Lebowski finish the deal? That one stroked towards the second baseman, and Allen, Taggett, cannot field it properly, and Stone will get an RBI single. Taggett tried to scoop that 5-hole style as he was running to his left and almost tripped over himself as the ball rolls past him. So Coles scores, and Josh Stone gets credit for the RBI single. And how about that? The Mustangs, after trailing 9-0, have now tacked on 2 to the board. They trail by 7 as the number 2 hitter Max Carter fouls that one off towards the Clovis North dugout for strike 1. Carter 1 for 2. He also had that base hit way back in the first inning. Quick throw over to first from Lebowski. So Lebowski now giving up 5 hits, 2 runs. And he struck out 1. Big swing and a miss by Carter. Strike 2. Top of the 5th inning. 9-2 Clovis North. Trying to become the 2013 Central Section D1 baseball champions. Lebowski, long set, breaking ball, swung on and hit to center field. Gardner under it and takes it for out number 3. So 2 runs cross the plate. It's 9-2 in favor of the Broncos when we come back. Taggett, Cummings, and Lebowski will have their hacks for Clovis North. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here this afternoon? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Once again, that's playonsports.com/SBP. So the Broncos will send the heavy hitters, C.J. Taggett, Kobe Cummings, and Jack Lebowski, the 2, 3, 4 hitters, up to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, they lead the Mustangs 9-2 with relief pitcher Mitchell Mullen on the mound. He pegged McElhatton in the 4th. And then unfortunately, his fielders committed an error behind him as an RBI, or a run scored, I should say. And then he was able to get Christian Rossi out to end the previous half inning. 3 errors on the day for Stockdale. Stockdale, the 4 seed, took care of Clovis East 5-0 in the first round. As Mullen throws the first pitch, fouled straight back for strike 1. Then Stockdale took care of Bullard in round number 2, 1-0. And then in the semis against Buchanan, they went 8 innings as the Mustangs defeated Buchanan 3-2. This one hit sharply by Taggett to center field. And there's out number 1. Kobe Cummings up to the plate. Had a base hit back in the first inning. He reached on error in the 3rd. And he had that big RBI double back in the 4th. So technically 2 for 2 in this matchup. Takes a big hack at it, fouls it off right field side for strike 1. But just getting back to Stockdale, they had that big extra inning victory over Buchanan 3-2, and that's what has put them to this particular point in this Central Section D1 playoff bracket, as Mullen misses way outside for ball 1, 1-1 to the number 3 hitter Cummings. Clovis North had that bye game, or that bye week, if you will, for week 1. They faced off against Frontier in week 2, or game 2, how about that for the playoff bracket. Defeated Frontier 4-0, and then took care of Clovis 6-5. Their arch rivals Clovis, and they are the 2 seed, taking on the 4 seed, Stockdale. 2-1. Cummings caught on that front foot once again. Count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter. Left-handed pitcher Mitchell Mullen in on relief duty. The 2-2. And Cummings stays alive with another foul ball. On deck, Jack Lebowski. And it's not like it gets any easier for Stockdale. This portion of the lineup just full of base hits, full of RBIs. The 2-2. And Cummings with another foul ball back towards the vehicles. And there's a dent. A lucky spectator will have a treat when they head back out to the parking lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one high outside for ball 3 to Kobe Cummings, working this count nicely, fouling off all sorts of pitches. 1 gone, bottom of the 5th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell Mullen on the mound, the junior, and he misses for ball 4. That'll bring Jack Lebowski, the pitcher, number 4 cleanup hitter, to the plate. Lebowski, base hit back in the first inning, had that 2 RBI triple, really got this crowd going back in the 3rd inning, and then he walked in the 4th. First pitch to Lebowski, in there for strike 1. Right along that inside edge, and I'll have to admit that our chief umpire Don Wagner's strike zone has fluctuated quite a bit here in this matchup. Normally you can get the feel for where that zone is, as that ball misses low for ball 1. But chief umpire Wagner kind of maximizing that strike zone space, if you will. 9-2 Broncos. Lebowski watches that one inside for strike 2. So Mullen hitting that inside paint nicely. Has Cummings on first. He walked a few seconds ago. 1 gone. Bottom of the 5th. That one chin level for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The junior Lebowski waits. Mullen delivers. And that one misses just inside for ball 3. Now he's run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cleanup hitter Jack Lebowski at the dish. Number 3 hitter Kobe Cummings on first. 1 gone. The 3-2. Swung on, hit towards right field. Nick Park under it will have to shade a little bit, and he takes it for out number 2. So now it's Braden Frankfurt, the catcher, number 5 hitter. 1 for 2. Had that RBI single in the 3rd inning, and then he walked in the 4th. Two outs now, bottom of the 5th inning. Cummings remains at first base, the base runner. First pitch swinging. Easily grounded over to Allen, who takes it for out number 3. So 1 walk, no hits, 1 runner left on. No runs scored for the Broncos in this half inning. We'll now make our way to the top of the 6th. It'll be Tanner, Carroll, and Felix to hopefully kick things off for Stockdale. They trail 9-2 here in this 2013 Central Section D1 Baseball Championship matchup. You're tuning in to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Top of the 6th inning we go here in Clovis, California. Coming to you from Clovis North High School. It's the 4-seed Stockdale Mustangs taking on the 2-seed Clovis North Broncos. First pitch to our leadoff hitter, Zach Tanner. Fouls it directly behind us for strike 1. Top of the 6th, Tanner 0 for 2. Flew out back in the 1st, grounded out in the 4th. And he watches that pitch outside for ball 1. Jack Lebowski still on the mound. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs. No errors for Clovis North thus far. And that one fouled off sharply towards the left field side by Tanner. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter. First baseman Tanner at 6'4", 225 pounds. Swings that one, a chopper directly up the middle, and it will squeak through for a base hit as Tanner rounds first and looks it over. So Tanner 0 for 2, now goes 1 for 3, and he's on first with a single.
Number 38, Jamie Carroll.
So Jamie Carroll at the plate as the number 4 hitter. Remember, he's no longer the pitcher in this matchup. He was replaced by Mitchell Mullen. So he remains at the dish. He is 0 for 2 in this matchup. First inning flyout and a 4th inning flyout. He's got Tanner on first. Lebowski flame throws that one inside for strike 1. 9-2 is our score. Clovis North on top. That one once again inside, almost in the same exact area as the previous pitch, but misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jamie Carroll, right-handed hitter. Quick throw over to first by Lebowski. On deck, Junior Felix, who is 0 for 2 as well. Lebowski searching for that outside edge with the breaking ball, bounces in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carroll. Felix on deck, and after him it'll be Kevin Lee. No outs in the top of the 6th. Lebowski missing on the inside portion of the plate. Nearly brushed Carroll's jersey. 3 balls, 1 strike to the number 4 hitter. And Carroll, a chopper back to second, tag it, touches second, throws to first, in time for the double play. And that'll be a solo 4-3 put out. The double play. CJ Taggett took it the whole way. And there are now 2 gone with Junior Felix, the catcher, taking his 3rd hack. 0 for 2 in this matchup, and he watches the first pitch in there for a strike. The only strikeout recorded so far, and our officials, or our statistics are unofficial, I should say, but Drew Allen with the only strikeout in this game, as there's a big swing and a miss from Felix. Count moves quickly to 0-2. But just 1 strikeout in this game for Lebowski. His defense doing a great job. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Make that the 2nd strikeout of the game for Lebowski. So 1 hit, no walks, 1 runner left on, no runs cross the plate. It remains 9-2. We make our way to the bottom of the 6th inning. Broncos coming up. It'll be Fugman, Gardner, and McElhatton when we come back. Number 6 hitter Connor Fugman, the designated hitter, at the plate to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. His Broncos lead the Stockdale Mustangs by a score of 9-2. As Clovis North gets ready for what appears to be a very exciting top of the 7th inning. Mullen on the mound. Fugman strokes it for a base hit over to left field. Falls well in front of Tyler Owens, the left fielder. And Fugman picks up his 2nd hit in the ballgame. Daniel Gardner now at the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a walk back in the 4th inning. No outs, bottom of the 6th. Fugman on first following the base hit. Mullen delivers the first pitch. Swung on first pitch. Same area. Owens closing in, and it will fall again. Owens late to the party as that one falls short. Back-to-back hits. In the scorebook, it'll go down as a line drive. But the wind almost appeared to catch that one. And I look out to deep center field at that American flag, Old Faithful doing its business as the wind is going from home plate to center. But that ball somehow just died. And now Fugman and Gardner on the base paths with nobody out. And Robert McElhatton at the plate, Mr. Hit by Pitch. He was dinged twice in the fourth inning. And he watches the second pitch for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. To my new buddy, Robert McElhatton. I tell you what, anytime you can get hit twice in a game, as that pitch hits for strike 2, much less get hit twice in one game, but in one inning. I mean, that's a story. That's going to be something he tells his kids, especially in a championship game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Line drive. McElhatton all over that one, sends a laser foul down the left field line. It will bring the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gardner on first, big lead. As Zach Tanner, the first baseman, not covering at this point in the ball game. Fugman on second, Gardner on first. Didn't see that second base runner there for a moment. Why would the infield be covering? Here's the 2-2. McElhatton, sharp line drive to Lee. He cannot corral it, and that's a base hit. Back-to-back-to-back hits for the 6, 7, 8 hitters of the Clovis North Broncos. Will bring up the number 9 hitter, Kyle Conley, the left fielder. He is hitless in this ball game. He reached on a fielder's error, earned the credit for the RBI in the 4th inning, but he is searching for his first hit of the afternoon. Fugman on third, Gardner on second, McElhatton on first. The bases are juiced, no outs, bottom of the 6th. First pitch in there for strike 1 from Mitchell Mullen, who finds himself in a pickle. The left-handed reliever will have his work cut out for him. Needs some help from his defense right here. And that breaking ball just does not break for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Conley. Conley licking his chops right here with the bases loaded, no outs. Infield corners playing in. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Conley steps out for a moment. Now he's back in the back far right corner of that batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mullen fires that in there, and Conley fouls it straight back. Bottom of the 6th inning, 9-2 Broncos with an opportunity to put that point spread into double digits as Mullen misses high. Works the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Christian Rossi. Mr. Cal State Fullerton commit looming in the shadows. The 2-2. Big fly ball towards right center. Nick Park under it. He'll take it. But that'll be a sacrifice as all runners advance easily. That'll be a sacrifice RBI for Kyle Conley. And the Broncos have struck double digits. They now lead this game 10-2. An 8-run advantage over the Stockdale Mustangs. So now runners on third and second As Fugman scored, Gardner moves to third, McElhatton at second. Gardner at third base, I beg your pardon, as we see Rossi at home plate. First pitch was a called strike. Next one, and there's a ball, 1-1. So with one gone, runners at third, runners at second. Mullen will wing it in there, and this one is laser shot to center. Stone closing in, deep, choke and poke. It's gone. A 2-run home run. Check that, make it 3 as Rossi rounds the bases. A 3-run jack. And he'll get the crowd going. A laser shot to center. Tip of the cap to Mr. Rossi. A 3-run homer. And he now makes this a 13-2 ball game. Well, if you weren't excited up to this point, how about that? Dead center field, right over the head of Josh Stone. I mean, that was on a line. As Christian Rossi just killed it for a 3-run jack. Mitchell Mullen will have to shrug it off as his team now trails by 11. It's 13-2. And CJ Taggett comes up to the plate. Correction, this will be Trent Ashford coming into the game, getting his first at-bat. Ashford, a senior, 6'3", 190-pounder, takes the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. So bases empty following that laser home run shot to center field. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, it's 13-2 Broncos. Next pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the substitute player Trent Ashford, right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Mullen trying to get that strikeout. As this one's fouled off towards the vehicles once again. Do I hear a ping? And I do on the 1-hop. I hate to joke about it, and if you're tuning into this broadcast for a future viewing, remember to park your vehicle elsewhere. As that ball misses, 2 balls, 2 strikes. You do not want to bring your vehicle around the inner perimeter of Clovis North High School Baseball Stadium. Go ahead and park it way out there. That pitch high for ball 3. Full count to Trent Ashford. Ashford replacing CJ Taggett at second base, and he rips it towards right center for a base knock. Beautiful cut as he's on with a single. So Ashford, who checks in, will get a single, and that'll bring up another new number. Checking into the game, Alec Nolan will be pitch hitting for Kobe Cummings. Alec Nolan getting a roar from the crowd in his dugout. The senior, 5'8", 175-pounder, will check into the ball game. He's got some big shoes to fill, taking the place of Kobe Cummings. First pitch he sees, misses for ball 1. So Nolan on the year, a .333 hitter with 3 hits. He's searching for his 4th right here. What better way to do it than the championship game? 1 ball, 1 strike. Previous pitch was in there. Here's the third, and that hits the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Alec Nolan. He's got Trent Ashford on first. 1 gone, bottom of the 6th inning, a 13-2 lead for Clovis North. That one fouled off the catcher, Junior Felix. Felix committed to Bakersfield College, junior college, along with Zach Tanner and Josh Stone. So how about that? 3 players from the Stockdale lineup. Despite this loss, will have baseball in their future at the junior college level. Breaking ball misses outside. Brings it even. 2-2 to Alec Nolan. And the wind starts to pick up here at Clovis North High School. Mullen checks first, delivers, swung on and missed, strike 3. High strike, and Nolan jogs back over to the dugout. So Mullen picks up his first strikeout. 2 gone, and we'll have another pitch hitter. Replacing Jack Lebowski is Marcus Cato. Senior outfielder. Checks in to get an at-bat in this championship game. He swings and misses for strike 1. Ashford on first. He replaced Taggett. Nolan struck out a moment ago. He replaced Cummings, and Cato now pitch hitting for Jack Lebowski. That pitch fouled off into the luxury zone, and it goes off what appears to be a windshield, and that's not going to be a fun souvenir for the lucky fan of that particular vehicle. And if there's anyone that knows what it's like to have your windshield dinged, it's yours truly. Here's the 0-2. Fouled straight back, still alive is Marcus Cato. I've owned 4 vehicles in my lifetime, and all 4 vehicles have had their windshields replaced on several occasions. So I know what it's like to wake up and see a minor ding on the glass. In the case of several spectators here this afternoon, there's going to be a couple people walking away from this game with a special surprise. How about Cato? Rips it to center. And he's on with a base hit. Gets a big roar from the Bronco crowd. So Braden Frankfurt scheduled to be the hitter, but we will have another pitch hitter coming up, Austin Logan. So Austin Logan checks in. Braden Frankfurt will take a seat. Nolan on second, Cato on first, and Logan swings and misses at the first pitch, high for strike 1. And for the second time in this game, the Broncos are 1 hitter away from batting around in the order. 2 outs. That pitch misses inside. Felix will corral it. 1 ball, 1 strike to the pitch hitter, Austin Logan. Mullen checks first. The lefty fires in there. Logan swings a bit over it for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Logan. Senior pitch hitter, 2 outs. Mullen delivers, swung on and missed for strike 3. So Mullen picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning, but he gives up the big fly to Christian Rossi, a 3-run home run, and the Broncos extend their lead to 13-2. They are now 3 outs away from a 2013 Central Section D1 title. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 3 outs away are the Clovis North Broncos from a Central Section Division I baseball championship. They lead 13-2 over Stockdale. Kevin Lee leading us off in this inning. A sharp swing on the first pitch over to Rick Hancock, who handles it easily for out number 1. First pitch swinging. And now the Broncos are just 2 outs away as J.C. Cole steps in. Had a double back in the 5th. He's 1 for 2 in this afternoon's matchup. Lebowski remains on the mound, even though he was pitch hit for. He's going to try to finish this thing off. At this point in time, he's given up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Pitch number 2. Big shot towards center. Gardner on the move. And he makes the out. Nice hustle by the center fielder. And the Broncos are 1 out away. And we'd like to remind you to stay tuned for our player of the game interview. Immediately following this broadcast, we will select our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. We'll take a short break following the celebration, but when we come back, we'll announce our PlayOnSports.com player of the game as Drew Allen settles in and swings at the first pitch. Thrown to first easily, and here it comes. As the Broncos celebrate on the grass, it's all over. The Clovis North Broncos defeat the Stockdale Mustangs 13-2. And they are your 2013 Central Section Division I baseball champions. Starting pitcher Jack Lebowski goes the distance, pitches 7 innings, gives up 6 hits, 2 earned runs. But at the end of the day, his team played one heck of an all-around team game here this afternoon. Big flies, big pitching, nice running on the base paths, and they're able to take care of business here this afternoon. 13-2 is the final. Folks, stick around. We'll be right back in just a moment. I'll come back and announce our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. Final score once again, Clovis North 13, Stockdale 2. We'll be right back.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to PlayOn.
Congratulations to senior shortstop Christian Rossi, going 3 for 4 this afternoon with 3 RBIs. He has earned our PlayOnSports.com player of the game honors. So right now the award ceremony will take place down on the field. That'll give us a moment to gather some information, and when we come back, we will have a live interview coming up with our Play on Sports player of the game, senior shortstop Christian Rossi. And you better believe I'm going to ask him about that big fly to center. The kid stroked it, and he got 3 RBIs out of it. Final score, 13-2. Player of the game interview with Christian Rossi coming up in just a few moments as Clovis North defeats Stockdale to earn the 2013 Central Section D1 title.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Christian Rossi to my left, our Play On Sports player of the game. 3 big RBIs. He had that big 3-run shot back in the middle portion of the ball game. Let's go ahead and talk about that first, Christian, because you had runners on base. You noticed that the reliever was out there. They had pulled the starting pitcher. What were you looking at for that particular at-bat?
Trying to lay off all off-speed because he wasn't really throwing those for strikes. And before my at-bat, my coach actually told me just get a big hack in. It's your last AB of your high school career. So I went up there, got a good pitch, probably belt high, a little inside, drove it pretty well.
Coach Chris Patrick, we saw him down there celebrating with his family for a minute as your team now advances to 27-6. And when you take a look at the overall rankings, Christian, your team is easily top 20. You guys are going to move up because of this victory here. What does that say about your baseball program that you've developed here at Clovis North High School?
I mean, our coaches do a great job. They get us ready to play every day, and we come out here enjoying practice and everything. They make it fun. So it's been great. We've had great pitching all year. Jack and Trent and Nick Perez been lights out, and good defense and clutch hitting.
Christian Rossi, our player of the game, as Clovis North defeats Stockdale by a final score of 13-2. 3 for 4 this afternoon, but how about the pitching? Let's go, Mr. The Dude. How about Lebowski on the mound this afternoon? The kid was lights out. A junior, what can we expect to see from him next year when he's going to be a senior?
I mean, he's been lights out all year. I think he's 11-0 right now, so it's pretty incredible what he's doing. He just throws a lot of strikes, keeps people off balance. So, I mean, he's definitely going to be a big name in baseball.
Christian, next year you're going to take your talents to the collegiate level over at Cal State Fullerton. You got a lot of younger players on this squad right now that are celebrating right now. They're going to be seniors next year. So last question I got for you, what message do you give to them in preparation of defending this Central Section D1 title?
It's going to be tough. It's baseball. I mean, bad things are going to happen. Just keep grinding out every pitch, and you'll be successful in the end.
Christian Rossi, congratulations, my friend. Our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. Final score once again, 13-2. Clovis North defeats Stockdale. Folks, stick around. When we come back, we'll wrap up all the action here from Clovis North High School. Stay tuned.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome to the Play on Sports post-game show. Sean Hennessy here with you. We just wrapped up our player of the game interview with senior shortstop and Cal State Fullerton commit Christian Rossi, who had a big afternoon. 3 for 4. He had a big 3-run homer that really lifted his team and elevated the point spread. They end up coming out on top, does Clovis North, over Stockdale by a final score of 13-2. So a 13-2 victory for the Clovis North Broncos. Stockdale Mustangs cut short a little bit early. The starting pitching of Jamie Carroll only lasted 3 2/3. Carroll gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout, walked 3, and hit 1 batter. And then on the flip side, for Jack Lebowski, coming into this matchup with a .48 earned run average. The kid went all 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, only 2 runs, struck out 2 batters. So when you take a look at that, a .48 earned run average, he's a junior. This kid's got 1 more year to excel. And I think Christian Rossi a few moments ago hit the nail on the head. This kid's now 11-0. He just doesn't know what it's like to lose. And that type of atmosphere in the clubhouse is contagious. So it'll be interesting to see what Jack Lebowski can bring going into his senior year, having going undefeated in his junior year and having captured the Central Section D1 Baseball Championship. You're tuning into the Play on Sports post-game show. Once again, final score 13-2 in favor of Clovis North. Our player of the game, Christian Rossi, 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. He had some help from the back of the order, number 8 hitter Robert McElhatton. He was hit by a pitch twice in 1 inning. Also had a base hit back in the 2nd, another base hit in the 6th. But it was other big-name players like C.J. Taggart, Kobe Cummings. The whole lineup really hit the heck out of the ball. 14 total hits for the Clovis North Broncos in this 13-2 victory. And I don't know about you, but when your team puts up 13 hits with 13 runs, that's a pretty good hit-to-run or run-to-hit ratio if you take a look at that. So definitely an impressive performance here this afternoon for Clovis North as they continue to celebrate down on the field with their family, with head coach Chris Patrick, who had a big hug from his family after the game. They ran up to him, had a chance to hug his children. It was a beautiful scene. Him in his 6th year as Clovis North now advances to 27-6 on the year. Folks, that's going to wrap things up from Clovis North High School. Thank you so much for tuning in to this afternoon's broadcast. I'd like to thank my camera operator, Megan Coffey, my producer, Finn Prendergrast. I'm Sean Hennessy. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.